Okay, so for trimming your bangs, first of all, you're gonna pull all of your hair back and either stick it in a ponytail or clip it just to keep it out of the way. Okay, and then you're gonna take your bangs and comb them forward, and you're gonna get, so how we parted you off is from up here. Let's see if we can come down to make a little line coming down. That goes into the bang, and then from up here, that goes into the bang. And you just want to make sure that your section is like centered to where you part your hair. So if you part right in the middle, you're going to want that right in the middle. I part slightly off to the side, like right in there, and so mine's kind of slightly off to the side. So then you're going to get kind of any long guys and pull them out of there. But then it's super easy. I'm going to get my shears, and you're just gonna go, so you're gonna go from where your part is, where the middle, like where you want them to split. So mine is right up in here, kind of a little tiny bit off center. So I'm gonna just take a tiny little section like that, okay? And this is gonna be our guide for cutting the bangs. So you're gonna cut this to where you want it to sit. Now I'm just gonna take a tiny bit off of my bangs, and you should probably do a tiny bit too. Don't go crazy because you don't wanna end up with a super short bang. But you're gonna take your scissors like this, sideways, and you're going to kind of wiggle them, open and close, open and close, open and close like this, while you cut that off, okay? So here's my new guide for my bangs. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a little section like this and add that into that bang, and I'm gonna comb it straight up, okay? And you can see right there is, let me hold it up so you can see. When I turn it sideways, you can see where my new little guide is right there. You're gonna cut the rest of your hair to match that. So you're gonna hold it straight up, and then you're gonna take your shears, and wherever your guide is, you're gonna just kind of point down like this and make little tiny cuts across where your guide is. Little V cuts. Like that, okay? Then you're gonna pick up the next piece of hair, and you're gonna pull it straight up, just the same. And you can see on the side, it's a little harder to see when you have more hair, but the guide is right there. So you're gonna trim, make sure it's straight up, and you're just gonna do little point cuts all the way across that section of hair. Okay, now that side is all done. And you can kind of swoop it, shape it, but it has a little trim. Okay, and then you're gonna go in and do the same thing on this side. And you're gonna pull it over to that center piece where you want the center of where you want the split to happen, basically. So you're gonna pull it all straight up, centered with your guide. Let's see here. I can kind of see it in there. I think I kind of dropped I sort of dropped my guide, so pick that back up. Okay. And then you're going to point cut and just give those little guys a trim. And the point cutting will really help if you don't get it like perfect. That helps it not look like blunt and super messy. Okay, pull it all over. So these pieces are a little bit over directed because I'm not completely on the center. So they get a little bit longer, which is what I want because they're traveling further on my face as well. I don't know if that makes sense, but. Okay, so you can kind of see the guide is here. So pull those straight up and trim those pieces off. And then you can kind of comb them straight down. And you can kind of go in and clean up a tiny bit as well, because you want it to make basically just like a V shape on your face there. And there you have it. You've got a little trim. So hopefully that helps.